y'all, today I'm going to make my famous extra moist banana bread. I'm going to do I'm going to do the first recipe with chocolate chips, and then I'm going to do a second recipe using peanut butter chips because my husband likes peanut butter chips in his. So I'm going to make two different batches. So first what you're going to need is, I have my mixer over to the side. I have one bowl here and then a smaller bowl here. This bowl is where I'm going to put my dry ingredients. So I'm going to start out, I have preheated my oven to 350, and then I'm going to combine the first ingredients, which is 1 3/4 cup of flour. So there's 1 cup. And there's 3/4 of it, the 3/4 of a cup. And then I'm going to need 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, yeah. So 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and I will have all the ingredients listed down in the description box for you. And I always use the back of a butter knife to just kind of smooth off when I'm baking, smooth off the ingredients, make sure I get the exact amount. And then I'm also going to need 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then I'm going to need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And also 1 package of instant banana or vanilla pudding. I have banana cream. I have done it with vanilla. I've done it with plain banana, but I don't know, I think the banana cream gives it just a little bit more flavor. And this is, I think, what helps kind of keep it moist. I could be wrong. I found this recipe many years ago, so I have no idea where I got it from. So, then the recipe or the directions say to whisk all of these ingredients together. And then we're going to set these to the side, and we'll come back to these in just a little bit. Next, I'm going to take this smaller bowl, and I'm going to put my chocolate chips in there. It calls for 1 heaping cup of chocolate chips. I actually got the M&M milk chocolate, M&M. I cannot talk. I got the Hershey's milk chocolate chips. I've done it with just the bittersweet or whatever, semi-sweet, yeah. So, I guess it's just whatever you want. And then what you're going to do with this is you're going to take 2 tablespoons of flour and put in there. And then I always just kind of mix that around on these. And then those will set to the side also. Now I'm going to move you over here to my mixer. Okay, y'all, I have my KitchenAid mixer set up here. I'm sorry I keep coughing, or keep clearing my throat. Now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to take my, it calls for shortening. I actually have the butter flavored Crisco baking sticks because I think it gives it a good flavor. And I need 1/2 cup, which is half of this stick here. So I'm just going to cut it in half because I'm going to use the other half for the other one that I'm going to make. So I'm also going to combine it. I'm going to combine this and the sugar, which it calls for 2/3 cup of sugar. I had everything out and I forgot somehow the sugar. I forgot to have the sugar and the measuring cup out for y'all, sorry. So 2/3 cup of sugar. And then what we're going to do is we're going to combine this. I'm going to kind of start out a little bit slow. Kind of get it going. Because it says to beat on high until light and fluffy for about 2 minutes. So. scrape the sides, kind of see how it is. I think it's almost ready. I had to run outside. My son was telling me that our bull, we have a bull, his name's Big Daddy. I don't know if we have an electric fence on part of our property, and I don't know if the fence shorted out or what, but he knocked part of the fence down, and he was just out, but he was in the yard eating grass over by a trailer. It was kind of funny. Next, it calls for 2 eggs, and I'm going to add them one at a time. I always crack my eggs into like a bowl like this, just to make sure, you know, that you don't have a bad egg, or if a piece of the shell falls, then I can get it out easier. Just kind of put one in. I'm going to scrape the sides one more time. And this banana bread, a lot of times I will make extra, which is like today. We're not going to eat all this bread at one time, but I will freeze some of it. So. Next, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. This measuring spoon right here is actually 2 tablespoons, so I'm going to add that. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extracts. Whatever, I may be saying it wrong. This vanilla is from Mexico, and it is the best vanilla. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of it. Oh, this smells so good. And next, I will show you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to kind of turn you like this. I am going to take 3 bananas. And yes, these bananas look very black. But, oops, I'm so sorry. And here are my bananas. They are black. And what I did was, these bananas were going, you know, getting very ripe, and so I freezed them. I put them in the freezer. And I've done this many times, and they're so good. They're very sweet. So I'm going to take these. They're still a little bit frozen, but I think it'll be okay. And we're going to put them in a bowl and mash these up. And these bananas smell really good. They just smell like they're going to be so sweet. The bananas turned black after I put them in the freezer. They were just getting brown, but then when you freeze them, they just turn like that. So when I put them in there, the peeling was not black. So now what I will do is I'm going to take these 3 bananas. I'm actually going to put them in the microwave for just a few seconds. I just seen a little piece of, looked kind of like the peel. Okay, anyways. So now I'm going to take, I'm going to turn y'all over here again to the mixer. I'm going to take these and I'm going to put these in here. Now we're going to mix all of this up. And now I'm going to take the mixer, it's on low, and I'm going to slowly add in my flour. going to mix that up just until all the flour is folded in there, basically. Now, we're going to, it says to fold in the chocolate chips, but I just do it like I stir them. I have it on stir on my mixer. And yeah, it sounds like I'll just go ahead and pour these down in there. Oops. Okay. And then we're just gonna the rest of it I'm gonna scrape off of here. Y'all, when I bake, I make a mess. Okay, I like to use these metal, like disposable pans. I wash them and reuse them. I should have enough to make 2. I mean, yeah, you can put this in a loaf pan, and I believe it would make probably 1 big loaf, but I like to do it this way. So I'm going to spray the inside of these pans with, I just have Crisco cooking spray. I have to spray it good so it don't stick. And I'm going to take and try to put an even amount and try to make sure. Sorry, I did not realize that you couldn't see me. My bad, y'all. And I like to scrape everything out. If y'all watch my videos, you'll notice I don't really like to leave anything behind. I like to use all of it. So, I'm going to kind of spread this into the pan. And I'm going to let those sit here for a minute while I go and I'm going to make the peanut butter chip bread. Okay, y'all, now we're going to do the peanut butter chip also. Now I'm going to put these in the oven. And they're going to bake for about, probably about 45. I'm going to set my timer on 40 minutes. I look kind of a mess. I'm going to set my timer on 40 minutes since these are not in such a big, like a loaf pan. So I'm going to set it on 40 minutes and then I'm going to check it and see if they're done yet or not. Sometimes I have to cook them almost an hour. It just depends. If you're doing it in a regular loaf pan, the recipe says 1 hour. Okay, y'all, I got the banana bread done. It ended up taking about, I would say, almost an hour, about 55 minutes. This is the banana bread with the peanut butter chips. Here are the 2 loaves of Here are the 2 loaves of the chocolate chip peanut butter, Here are the 2 loaves of the chocolate chip banana bread. And I'm just going to let them cool on these racks. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but until they're cool. And then I'm going to leave 1 of each of these out, and I'll put the other 2 in the freezer until we're ready for them. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope that y'all will like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. I have some more videos coming soon. I'm planning to do my cream cheese stuffed pumpkin bread, my homemade chocolate chip cookies, and some more goodies that you can make for the holidays.